Bryson Daily's 4 touchdowns lead Army to its first-ever AAC championship victory over Tulane.
West Point, New York. The celebration of Army's first-ever conference championship was brief at midfield, as Bryson Daily made it clear the Black Knights' focus was already on their next goal. "We're going after another trophy next week," Daily said.
Beat Navy.
With Daily leading the charge, Army is poised to be a tough matchup for anyone, especially Navy. The senior quarterback rushed for 4 touchdowns to tie the American Athletic Conference championship game record, helping number 24 Army complete a perfect first season in the league with a 35-14 victory over Tulane on Friday night. Kanye Udo added 158 yards rushing, including a 72-yard run that set up a Daily touchdown. Daily also contributed 126 yards on the ground, leading the Black Knights 11-1 to victory. Army dominated AAC opponents all season with its powerful, clock-consuming rushing attack, and it executed flawlessly in the championship game, securing the school's first conference title in its 134-year history.
Army, which had been an independent since its inception in 1890, except for a stint in Conference USA from 1998 to 2004, joined the AAC this season with the goal of securing a path to college football's expanded postseason. Coach Jeff Monken emphasized the importance of conference membership for the team's future.
With one regular season game left, a highly anticipated Commander-in-Chief's trophy clash against Navy next Saturday in Landover, Maryland, Army is determined to close out the season on a high note. Daly's 4 rushing touchdowns brought his total for the season to 29, breaking the AAC record of 25 set by Navy's Woolworth in 2016. He tied number 10 Boise State's Ashton Jeanty, a Heisman contender, for the most rushing touchdowns in the nation. Daily was named the conference's Player of the Year and MVP of the championship game, and he's rushed for multiple touchdowns in 10 consecutive games. Monken believes Daily deserves even greater recognition, calling him the most valuable player in college football. "I don't know how anyone could argue against the Army quarterback, who's rushed for 100 yards in 10 straight games, on an 11-1 team that just won a conference title," Monken said. "There's no player in the country more valuable to his team than Bryson Daily." The 221-pound Texan gained 126 yards on 25 carries in the championship game. Army converted 4 of 5 fourth downs, with Daily scoring on runs of 5, 3, 4, and 7 yards. "Bryson Daily is like a linebacker carrying the football," said Tulane coach John Sumrall. Daily credited his offensive line for playing their best game of the season, especially after Tulane entered with a defensive plan to stop Army's top-ranked rushing attack. "The line was moving defenders 2 to 3 yards off the ball, and by the fourth quarter, it was 4 to 5 yards, Daily said. "They played awesome, just like they have all year." Army's offense, while simple, is difficult to stop, largely because of Daly's leadership. The senior has rushed for 1,480 yards this season, even after missing one game due to injury, with another regular season game still to play. Monken believes Daily should be considered for the Heisman, alongside legendary Army players like Felix Doc Blanchard, Glenn Davis, and Pete Dawkins. "I don't have a vote, but Daily belongs in that conversation," Monken said. "This is the time in history when an Academy player deserves that recognition." Tulane, 9-4, struggled in its 3rd consecutive AAC championship appearance, with quarterback Darian Mensah throwing 2 touchdown passes. The Green Wave, who were hoping to host the game, saw their 17-game conference winning streak end with a Thanksgiving night loss to Memphis. The weather, with temperatures dipping to 29 degrees, proved challenging for Tulane. After a promising first drive, the Green Wave mishandled field goal attempts and fumbled a kickoff, setting the stage for Army's dominance. The Black Knights ate up the clock with long drives, including a pair of touchdown drives lasting 11 and 16 plays. Army, which leads the country in rushing yards per game, showed why its offense is so difficult to stop. Daily didn't attempt a pass until the second half, when he kept a scoring drive alive with a 9-yard completion on 4th and 5. With the win, Army will extend its stay in the AP Top 25 for a 9th consecutive week, its longest streak since being ranked every week of the 1958 season.